Most people who say God never speaks to me are actually receiving the answer. They're just looking in the wrong format. Elijah waited for a voice in the fire, in the earthquake, in the powerful wind. And God wasn't in any of the three. If you feel like you've been asking for direction for a while and nothing comes, maybe the problem isn't silence. Maybe it's where you're looking. You have an important decision in front of you right now. You pray asking for clarity, and you walk away from that prayer exactly as confused as when you started. You watch others say, "God told me to do this," with total confidence, and you wonder why it's never that clear for you. Maybe it's a job you don't know whether to take. Maybe it's a relationship you don't know whether to continue. Maybe it's simply the biggest question of all. Am I on the right path? Or have I been wrong for years without knowing it? And the worst part isn't the doubt. It's the fear of making the wrong decision while believing it was God's will, when really it was only your own mind. This isn't my own interpretation. It's in 1 Kings 19. A full-fledged prophet, Elijah, confused in exactly the same way, searching for a clear answer. If he needed to learn how to recognize God's voice, you can too. Elijah was hiding in a cave, exhausted, right after one of the biggest victories of his life, but also deeply depressed. And God tells him, "Go out and stand on the mountain." A wind came so strong it tore the rocks apart. God wasn't in the wind. An earthquake came. God wasn't in the earthquake. A fire came. God wasn't in the fire. And after that, a gentle whisper. That's where God was. Here's the idea you need today. If you're waiting for a spectacular sign, an audible voice, a dramatic dream, an impossible coincidence, you might miss the answer. God speaks in the whisper. Practical idea: next time you're seeking direction, don't pray for a big sign. Pray, and then sit in real silence, without speaking, for at least 10 minutes. Give the whisper a chance to be heard. This is probably the hardest question of all. How do I know if this is God speaking to me, or just me wanting it to be God? There's a simple test almost nobody uses. God's voice generally doesn't contradict what's already written in Scripture, and it almost never sounds like panic, desperation, or anxiety. It sounds like conviction and deep peace. Fear tends to sound like panic and urgency. Your own desire tends to sound exactly like what you already wanted to hear before you prayed. God's voice, even when it demands something hard, brings a quiet authority that anchors your soul. Practical idea: when you feel like God is telling you something, ask yourself, does this contradict what the Bible already teaches? Is it bringing panic and desperation, or is it bringing a quiet, firm peace? If it's panic, it's not God. God's silence doesn't always mean no. Sometimes it means not yet. Abraham waited 25 years between the promise of a son and the birth of Isaac. 25 years of relative silence, of doubts, of trying to fix things in his own strength and failing. If you've gone weeks or months without a clear answer, that doesn't automatically mean the answer is no. Sometimes God is preparing something in you or around you that requires time to build. Here's the bold claim: the absence of an immediate answer isn't the same as a no. Confusing those two things is exactly what leads people to give up right before the breakthrough. Practical idea: instead of demanding an answer with a deadline, ask God directly. What do I need to do while I wait? Not just what do I need to decide. Focus on the preparation, and the decision will follow on its own. God also speaks through practical wisdom and other people. Proverbs says there is safety in a multitude of counselors. That's not filler. It's a direct instruction about how God communicates direction. Many times, the answer you're waiting for in solitary prayer actually arrives through a conversation with someone you trust, unexpected advice, or even a door that closes on its own without you doing anything. Here's the bold idea: God isn't limited to speaking to you only in your personal devotional time. If you keep hearing the same counsel from different, trustworthy people, that's also a legitimate form of direction. Practical idea: if you have an important decision right now, besides praying alone, ask 2 or 3 people of genuine faith in your life the same question, without telling them your own answer first. If they agree on something, pay attention. You will never have 100% certainty before acting. Not Elijah, not Abraham, not any biblical figure waited for mathematical proof before moving. They all acted on partial faith, not total certainty. Final practical idea: take the next step you already know clearly, even if you don't see the whole route yet. God usually lights up one step at a time, not the entire path at once. At the start, I told you that most people who feel God never speaks to them are actually looking in the wrong place. Now you know why. Don't look for the earthquake, the wind, or the fire. Look for the gentle whisper, real silence, genuine peace, wisdom from others, and the next step you already see clearly. This week, set aside 5 minutes of real silence, asking for nothing, just listening. And if this message spoke to you today, subscribe. We keep talking about what really matters here every week.